Winter Book then was an attempt to what was a nightmare for me for many years, which is trying to survive a winter here, but which aside, with the exception of this one, which was something I was able to turn around and really begin to love, and so I got dedicated one whole book to just winter in Door County, and reprinted a few things, wrote some new ones. Snowy owl, such a ghostliness about him, perched there on the silver branches of a beech tree in the cloud-laden December sky. His world is the stillness of why he waits, the wind, the quick eye, the merest unexpected movement in the field's expanse. Snow's own shadow, the owl of snow contemplates the flying path. The white path. I am buried in a nightfall of new layers of snow. Rising in darkness, I peer through the blue windows, waiting for the light to reveal there is no path again. All that I know is old, has disappeared. Fresh tracks must be made. Greater visions, the earth, the life transformed, await my eyes this day. Pushing an arc of snow outside my doorstep, I set out deep in thought, deep in snow, familiarizing myself in a bewildering, beautiful emptiness that is the earth gone white in a dream of love that must be made path to know my way there and back again. One more of the short excerpts. Orange. Sun on the east window, frosted flowers turning orange on the pane. An orange peel, a pumpkin forgotten in a field, the orange flesh of a Hubbard squash, cantaloupe, carrot, mountain ash berry, sun spreading orange light over the ice fronds, into a South American jungle upon a Wisconsin winter window, illuminating the man inside the window, recalling a path out there in the depths of snow, tendered in tiger lilies. Working with color. I did, there are some samples in here. We're not going to write, do legitimate poetry with stanzas and all that. But I found myself moving more and more into a freedom of a supple prose. And that became kind of home for me, where I still like to be. And I could incorporate it into essay, and I could incorporate it into narrative, into the short story, into the novel. And that's still where I am, although I'm always, just as any poet, working it, saying it with fewer words, saying it better with fewer words, and making it sing. Here's a piece which could be both. I like the fact that no one can define what it is. Is that a poem? Is that a story? I don't care. It's a piece of writing. I don't care. In an empty field. The land is flat open and awaits the raven's wing, the lover's nakedness, the angel's shadow. Deep in the horizon, the eye abandons the looker's gaze and floats above the field. The field falls from the sky. Nobody sees you. The more distant the tree, the more beautiful. The field underfoot in all seasons remains scraggly, remains stone, remains stubble, patched earth. The lay of the land listens to itself, the death rattle of weed again, bronzed and burnished, unyielding but supple and dying, moving like wind over lake water, lifting milkweed down across the field like the stillness of first snow when earth patterns present themselves again, wheel ruts, stone fences, fox cavities, nests, rusted barbed wire wrapped around white stone, ring juniper, evergreen and reeling. January white earth, morning fog, white birches, creamy stone fences, snowy owl, opalescent moon, ice. Everything far afield is more beautiful. Trees reach closer conclusions. The mystery of a field reveals itself in dispossession, absconding with you without your knowing. Mist lifts the field from the earth into the hands of angels. The field at night absolves the sinner. The darker the night, the surer the step, the clearer the view. The field says, you will never arrive. You belong here near the meadowlark's nest and a harp-shaped stone. You are missing. No one will ever hear of you again. A branch has lashed your eye. You see a field of tears, winter white. Kneel, dig, bury the thought, bone deep. The truth is, we love this cold rain. Hard earth, bare branches, roots, leaves, stones, nakedness, feather, fur bone, dark angels, ravens, raining on an empty field. See, that to me, that's a story. I don't know. One more from here, and then I'll close. Windowpane. I write a lot about windows because I sit behind one, so many hours every day, always looking out, which is fortunate. I'm not complaining. He's outside himself again, running errands for bread and milk, morning mail, and occasional visits with the lonely, the desperate, the dying. Isolation, illness, death makes him come alive again. The view is white. The long shadows of trees in a late afternoon sun, the color of a lemon dropped in snow. He inhabits the talk of neighbors, strangers, friends, loved ones, the talk of radio announcers and television news commentators. The world is invisible, violence visible as love. Taste this, he tells a loved one, disenchanted in his dreams. To open the door inside again, he needs magic, not the magician, the top hat, the black cape, the wand, not the language of abracadabra. To see behind mirrors, through glass again, to pick slivers out of the pain of his hand, to rub the bark of birch, to root the fields and find the bird just before song and substantiate the night. To see in the dark, suffer blinding light, touch, touch, touch the frosted glass to tears. So that's my only claim to poetry, that kind of stuff.